Yeah.
Starting out to my left, we have a chair marked Boss. That is not reserved for the Rockstar. That's reserved for the Air Boss. He's a post-command tailhook squadron commander, of course, with a lot of carrier experience. Over to the right, we have a chair marked Mini. Stands for the Mini Boss. Same background, same qualifications. In training for a year. After that year, he just slides over 2 feet. Assumes the responsibility of the Air Boss. Now, you probably gathered that the Air Boss had a big job. So in addition to having responsibility for both the launch and recovering of aircraft, he also had responsibility for the flight deck as well as the hangar deck. Also the immediate airspace over the carrier. Now, during flight operations, would have up to 200 personnel on the flight deck. It was extremely hazardous. So if you're on the flight deck, you'd be trained to do a very specific job. Well, we had to have some method of determining who was doing what. And the way we did it was the color jersey that you wore. Let me give you an example. Let's say you fueled and defueled aircraft. You would wear a purple jersey. Of course, everybody in the Navy has to have a nickname. What do you think we called our purple shirts? Think wine country, think wine tasting, New Year's Eve, probably something you'll be doing tonight. Don't say wino. How about the grapes? They are the grapes. Now in the room I've got a plexiglass board. It's my land launch status board. And it would have aircraft assignments, obviously air crew also assigned, mission profiles, that sort of thing. Now listen to this. During flight operations, I'd have, of course it'd be swung out, currently stowed. I'd have a petty officer standing behind that board with a grease pencil writing backwards so he would not obstruct the view of the Air Boss. Now I do have just a short sample list of pilots, air crew, over the 47-year operational history of the Midway. Air crew that were either missing in action, killed in action, or prisoners of war off the ship. Now along the windows, you probably noticed we have several stand-up desks, because when your squadron was flying, you'd have a squadron representative up here. Typically it was a junior officer, a pilot or naval flight officer, really serving more like a subject matter expert. And you're more than welcome to pop open or lift up in the lids of those desks, because inside is what we call the NATOPS manual. That's like your automobile owner's manual. It'd have emergency procedure specifications. So let's say after repeated attempts, you just couldn't get your tail hook down. The Air Boss would probably walk over to that squadron representative. They'd try to come up with a corrective course of action, but quite confining space in here, and as a result, conversations were absolutely kept to a minimum. Now, the squadron representatives, they also had a nickname, and you'll never guess. And you think after 4 years of college, 2 years going through flight school, and they are now called tower flowers. That's not too great, is it? Now up forward here, I've got a couple of port assignments or positions. The one up to my right is the arresting gear monitor panel.